In this video, I'm going to show you stacked stitches, which is what helps your work go from this, with these gaps from where you used to chain, to this where it's nice, crisp edges and very uniform. It's perfect for any project where, you know, your edges are going to show. I always do stacked stitches like this, so to avoid this. So let's go ahead and get into it. So when you come to your end of your row here, instead of chaining up 3 for a double crochet, instead what you'll do, let's go ahead and insert our hook back in here, is you go right back into the stitch that you finished with and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both, but leave it a little loose. And then you see we have 1, 2 lines here. We're going to go back into the second loop there with our hook, yarn over, pull it through, and then yarn over and pull through both stitches. And that creates a stacked double. So what that does, it's much thicker than a chain, so it's going to fill that whole space there. And then we can go ahead and continue working our double crochets in the next stitch. So it does count as your first double crochet. And it just gives you a really nice edge. And then when you get to the end here, instead of having a chain, which is very difficult to work into, it's nearly impossible, you have a nice little stitch on the end because our stacked double crochet created a stitch for us to easily work into and keep moving. Now let's say you're not working with double crochets, you're working with something else. You can continue to stack until your stitch is the height you need. So if you go into your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, you now have enough to do a single. If you go through the back loop, pull it up, go through again, you now have a double. Go through the back loop again, pull up, yarn over, pull through both. Now you're as tall as a treble. So really you just kind of want to stack it and see how tall you want your stitch to be compared to whatever stitch you're working with. And then you can go on from there. So here's what a treble looks like standing next to it if I was to do the 4. And it fills in the space so you don't have these gaps down here. So hopefully that's helpful. I know I never do any project without it now, and I hope you feel the same way. The stacked stitches have actually changed entirely the way I crochet.